Now looking into the more MCQs related to integral calculus, we can see that, look at the 21st one, integration of dy by root y into 1 minus y squared. So let us write the question. Integration of dy by root y into 1 minus root y. So now let us take 1 by root y as t. So this, on differentiating on both sides, we'll get it as minus of 1 by 2 root y dy is equal to dt, or dy is equal to minus of 2. Let us take this, retain this root by this side. Dy by root y is equal to minus 2 dt. Now substituting for dy, we will get it as minus 2 dt by, because dy by y is now going to be minus 2 dt by t. Let us take this constant 2 outside. So minus 2 integration of dt by t, which is nothing but minus 2 log t. Substituting back for t, we'll get it as minus 2 log mod of t is nothing but 1 minus y, or you can even write it as log mod of, this is now going to be 1 by 1 minus y whole square, because it is minus 2, right? So you can write it as 1 by 1 minus 2 square, the whole square. So they have left it that way. They have not changed it. So you can say they have left it as minus 2 log of 1 minus root pi plus c. So we can also leave it that way. So root pi. Sorry, this is root pi. So we can leave it here itself. We need not write this, simplify this. So this will be the correct option. Minus 2 log of 1 minus root pi plus c. All right. Now coming to the 22nd one. Integration of u du by 4 minus 9u squared. Integration of u du by root of 4 minus 9u squared. Now let us take 4 minus 9u squared to be t. Differentiating on both sides, we'll get it as 18u is du is equal to dt, or we need only u du. So u du will bring this minus 18 this side, will give you dt by minus 18. Now substituting for u du, we'll get it as dt by minus 18 divided by root t, or you can write this as, you can take minus 1 by 18 outside, will give you e to the power of minus half dt. Now on integration, you'll get it as minus of 1 by 8 to e to the power of minus half plus 1 by minus half plus 1, which is nothing but minus 1 by 18 e to the power of half by half, or which is equal to minus of this 2 will go outside up. So minus 2 by 18 root t, or which is equal to 1 by 9 minus of 1 by 9. We took t as 4 minus 9u squared. So which option is right? So you can see 1 by 9 root of 4 minus 9u squared. D is the correct option. Okay. Now coming to the 23rd one. Integration of sine theta cos theta d theta. Sine theta cos theta d theta. So that would give you, we can take this as, sine 2 theta is nothing but 2 sine theta cos theta. So, but you have only sine theta cos theta here. So multiply and dividing by 2, you'll get it as half sine theta cos theta is equal to sine 2 theta is equal to 2 sine 2 theta. All right. So I can write it as, sorry, it is now going to be, so when I divide this, this is now, I'll explain this again. See, this is now going to be equal to sine 2 theta. So to remove this 2, I need to divide on both sides, right? So I'll get it as sine theta cos theta is equal to half sine 2 theta. Yeah. So now what we can do, we can write this as half. I'll take outside. I'll have only sine 2 theta d theta. Now this is going to be easy to integrate, which is nothing but half of, when you integrate sine 2 theta, you'll get it as minus cos 2 theta by 2. Remember, in differentiation, when you'll have to multiply by the coefficient of the variable, when you integrate, you'll have to divide by the coefficient of the variable. So it is now going to be 2 theta here. 2 is going to be the coefficient. So there's integration. So you have to divide. So that gives you 1 by 2, 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 cos 2 theta. Let's see which option is correct. Minus 1 by 4 cos 2 theta. So B option is correct. Coming to the 24, sine root x by root x dx. Sine root x by root x dx. Same way, let us take root x as t. So that would give you 1 by 2 root x dx will be equal to dt. Or let us bring this to this side. So 1 by root x dx will be equal to 2 dt. Now this is going to be pretty simple now. Let us take this in the place of 1 by root x dx. We can now put it as 2 root 2 dt by, sorry, 2 dt into, or I can write it as 2 sine t into dt. We can simply write it as 2 sine t into dt, which is nothing. So 2 we can take outside. So when you differentiate, when you integrate sine t, it will now become minus cos t plus c, which is nothing but minus of 2 cos of, we took root t as x. So cos of root x plus c. So let's see which option is correct. So you can see that minus cos of root x. So we have 2 cos. So 2 cos root x plus c. So C is the correct option. You can see that C is going to be the correct option. All right. Next, going to the 25th one. Integration of t cos 4t squared dt. Integration of t cos 4t squared dt. Same way, let us take 4t squared as u. Then you get 8t dt is equal to du, or t dt is equal to du by 8. So now this integration reduces to du by 8 into cos u. Let me take 1 by 8 outside. So that becomes cos u du. Now this is going to be very simple. So 1 by 8, integration of cos is nothing but sine u plus c. Substituting back for u, we get it as sine of, we took u as 4t squared. So cosine of 4t squared plus c. Now let's see which option is correct. 1 by 8 sine 1 by 8 sine 4t squared plus c. So option A is correct. All right. All right. Now coming to the 26th one, cos squared 2x dx. Integration of cos squared 2x dx. So remember, whenever you have cos squared, you'll have to write it as 1 plus, cos 2x is equal to 2 cos squared x plus 1. Sorry, 2 cos squared x here. 1 minus 2 sine squared x is now going to be for cos 2x. So cos 2x has 3 different forms. Cos squared x minus sine squared x, 1 minus 2 sine squared x, and 2 cos squared x plus minus 1. So you have 3 different forms. So when this is now going to be 2x, cos squared 2x means this should be 1 plus cos 4x by 2. All right, 1 plus cos 4x. So now in the place of cos squared 2x, let me write it as 1 plus cos 4x by 2. See, children, because 2 cos squared 2x minus 1 is now going to be equal to cos 4x. We want only this. So when you bring it this side, that will become 1 plus cos 4x by 2. So that is what I have done here. So now we can split it and write it as integration of half dx plus integration of cos 4x by 2 dx. Now integrate separately. So this would give you half x plus half. When you integrate cos 4x, it will give you 1 by 4 sine 4x. So that is going to be x by 2 plus c, of course, plus 1 by 8 sine 4x plus c. Let's see which option is correct. X by 4 plus sine 4x by 8 plus c. So x by 2, 1 by 8 sine 4x. So option A is correct. You see, x by 2 plus sine 4x by 8 plus c. Yeah. All right. Now coming to the 27th one, integration of sine 2 theta d theta. Integration of sine 2 theta d theta. This is a simple, straightforward question. As I told you, whenever you integrate, you divide by the coefficient of the variable. So that will give you 1 by 2 cos minus 1 by 2 cos 2 theta plus c. So let's see which option is correct. So minus 1 by 2 cos 2 theta plus c. So D is the correct option. Okay. Now coming to the 28th one, integration of x cos x dx. X cos x dx. So this can be done by UV by parts, integration by parts. Okay, we have to choose U and V according to the Eilert rule. Eilert rule, where integration of logarithmic, arithmetic, trigonometric, and exponential. So you'll have to choose according to this rule. So logarithmic, arithmetic comes first. So you can choose U to be x now. So du will become dx. So cos x dx will become dv. Cos x dx is equal to dv. So v is equal to sin x is equal to, when you integrate cos x dx, you'll get sin x is equal to v. All right. So now, you know, the formula is uv minus integration of vd. All right. So now this becomes, we can as well write it as x into sin x minus integration of v is sin x and du is dx. So now this gives you x sin x. When you integrate sin x, we'll get minus cos x. So now minus of minus will become plus cos x plus c. Let's see which option is correct. X sin x plus cos x plus c. So option B is correct. All right. Option B is correct. Now let us go to the 29th one. Integration of du by cos squared 3u. Integration of du by cos squared 3. Now, you know, 1 by cos squared theta is nothing but secant squared theta. So I can rewrite this as integration of secant squared 3u du. So now, you know, integration of secant squared theta is nothing but tan theta. So this is nothing but, so I have to divide by the coefficient of the variable. So that will give you 1 by 3 tan 3u plus c. So you can see 1 by 3 tan 3u plus c is the D option, which is correct. Now going on to the 30th one, integration of cos x dx by root of cos x dx by root of 1 plus sin x. So let me take 1 plus sin x as t, then it becomes cos x, differentiating on both sides, I'll get cos x dx is equal to dt. Now, when you substitute for this, you'll get it as dt by root t. Now, this is going to be pretty simple. Integration of t to the power of minus half dt, which is nothing but, when you integrate, it's now going to be t to the power of, sorry, I can remove the integration symbol. Once integration is done, we need not put the integration symbol. So that gives you t to the power of minus half plus 1 by minus half plus 1, which is nothing but t to the power of half by half plus c. Now substituting back for t, we'll get it as, we took t as 1 plus sin x. So that gives you, this 2 will go up. So 2 into 1 plus sin x to the power of half plus c, or you can write it as 2 root of 1 plus sin x plus c. So let's see which option is correct. So 2 root of 1 plus sin x plus c. Option C is correct. I'm sorry. Option C is correct. Now coming to the 31st one. Integration of cos theta minus 1. Cos of theta minus 1 d theta divided by sine squared theta minus 1. Sine squared theta minus 1. Now I can rewrite this as cos theta minus 1 by sine theta minus 1 into 1 by sine theta minus 1. So that will give me cot theta minus 1 d theta into 1 by sine is now going to be cosecant of theta minus 1 dt. So integration of cot theta cosecant theta is nothing but minus cosecant theta. So that would give you, this is equal to minus of cosecant theta minus 1 plus c. So minus of cosecant theta. So minus of cosecant theta minus 1 plus c. So B option is correct. 32nd one. Integration of sine 2x dx by root of 1 plus cos squared x. Integration of sine 2x dx. Sine 2x dx divided by root of 1 plus cos squared x. Now, what I can do is, I can take 1 plus cos 2x as, 1 plus sine 2x as 1 plus cos squared x, I can take it as t, correct? 1 plus cos squared x as t. So when I differentiate on both sides, what do I get? I'll get it as 2 cos x into sine x dx is equal to dt. But you know, 2 sin x cos x is nothing but sine 2x, is not. So sine 2x dx is equal to dt. So, which is nothing but, now in the place of sine 2x dx, I can now substitute dt. So now that becomes integration of dt by root t. So as we did before, we can take this as integration of t to the power of half dt, which now becomes t to the power of half plus 1 by half plus 1 plus c. Okay. So now this becomes t to the power of half plus 1 is now going to be t to the power of, sorry children, it is now going to be minus half. Minus half plus 1 minus half plus 1. So that now becomes t to the power of half by half plus c. Now substituting back for t, that gives you, we took, what did we take t as? We took t as 1 plus cos squared x. So now that becomes root of 1 plus cos squared x plus c. So this 2 goes up. So it will become 2 root of 1 plus cos squared x plus c. Let's see which option is correct. 2. Yeah. So now that becomes 2 root of, just a second. Did I miss something? dt by root t, 2 cos x, yes. So minus 2. So minus half plus 1. So this half goes up. So that will become 2 root of 1 plus cos squared x. So that should be the correct option. Oh, yeah, I missed a negative symbol here. When you subtract, when you integrate cos, sorry, when you differentiate cos, you'll get sign, minus sign, is it not? So you'll get a minus symbol here. So you'll get it as minus 2 minus sine 2x dx is equal to dt. All right. So all I can write this as minus dt by root t. So I'll have a negative symbol outside. I missed that negative symbol. So this now becomes minus. So this minus will be carried over everywhere. So you get it as minus 2 root of 1 plus. So the option 1 A is correct. Minus 2 root of 1 plus cos squared x plus c is the correct option. Next is the 33rd question. Integration of secant 3 by 2 x tan x dx. This is slightly tricky. Integration of secant 3 by 2, secant to the power of 3 by 2 x tan x dx. Now I can write secant 3 by 2 as secant to the power of 3 by 2 as secant x into root of secant x tan x dx. So 1 plus half is 3 by 2, right? So I'm splitting secant to the power of 3 by 2 x as secant x into root of secant x tan x. All right. So now this becomes, now here you can take secant x as t. When you differentiate, you get secant x tan x dx is equal to t. So this now simplifies to root t dt. Now this is going to be very simple. You can directly integrate. So that gives you t to the power of half plus 1 by half plus 1 plus c, which is nothing but t to the power of 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus c, or you can now substitute back for secant, sorry, t. So that will give you secant to the power of 3 by 2 x by 3 by 2 will reciprocate. So that will give you 2 by 3 secant to the power of 3 by 2 plus c. All right. So secant squared x. So which option is correct? So D option is correct. 2 by 3 secant to the power of 3 by 2 x plus c. So option D is correct. Now let's go to the 34th. Integration of tan theta d theta. So I can write this as integration of sine theta by cos theta d theta. Now let me take cos theta as t. When I integrate on both sides, I'll get it as minus sine theta d theta is equal to dt. So that would give me, same way, let me substitute here. That will give you in the place of d theta. So sine theta d theta, you can put it as dt minus dt. Let us take the negative symbol outside, d theta by t, which is nothing but minus log t plus c. All right. So that would give you minus of, substituting back for t, what did we take t as? Cos theta. So minus log of cos theta plus c. Or you can write it as, we can write it in two ways. Either you can, when you take this symbol, negative symbol inside the logarithm, then this becomes log of 1 by cos. 1 by cos is nothing but secant, right? Secant theta plus c. So you can either write it this way or this way. Both are correct. So let's see which option they have given. They have given us minus log of cos theta plus c. So we can as well take that. All right. So option A is the correct option. Now coming to the 35th question. Integration of dx by sine squared 2x. Integration of dx by sine squared 2x. So this can be, 1 by sine, reciprocal of sine is nothing but cosecant, right? So this now becomes integration of cosecant squared to x dx. Integration of cosecant squared is nothing but minus cot, right? So minus cot. So you'll have to 2x divide by the coefficient of the variable. So 2 dx. Sorry, not dx plus c. Plus. So minus cot 2x by 2 plus c. Let's see which option is correct. So you can see that minus 1 by half, 1 by 2 cos 2x plus c. So B option is minus 1 by 2 cot 2x plus c. B option is correct. Let us go to the 36th one. Tan inverse of y by 1 plus y squared dy. Integration of tan inverse of y dy by 1 plus y squared. This is going to be a straightforward question. We can take tan inverse of y as t. So that will give you, when you differentiate on both sides, you'll get it as 1 by 1 plus y squared dy is equal to dt. So now this reduces to simply t dt, which is nothing but, on integration, you get it as t squared by 2 plus c. Now substitute back for t, that will give you tan 1 by 2 tan inverse of x, no, or y, right? Y the whole squared plus c. So tan inverse of half, tan inverse of y the whole squared plus c. So D option is all right. Now going to the 37th one. Integration of sine 2 theta cos theta d theta. Integration of sine 2 theta cos theta d theta. This is slightly tricky. So what you can do is, you can now take this as, I can now split the sine 2 theta as 2 sine theta cos theta into cos theta d theta. So I can write this as integration of 2 sine theta into cos square theta d theta. Now let me take cos theta as t. So that would give you cos theta is equal to t. So minus sine theta d theta would be equal to dt. Now substitute that, you'll get it as, let us take 2 outside, minus 2 outside. So that would give you sine theta d theta will become dt, right? So cos squared will be t squared dt. On integration, you'll get it as minus 2 into t cubed by 3. Now substituting back for t, you get it as minus 2 by 3 into, we took cos theta as t. So that will give you cos cubed theta plus c. So 2 by 3 cos cubed theta, 2 by 3 cos cube, minus 2 by 3 cos cube theta plus 6. Here option A is correct. Next is 38. Integration of sine 2t by sine 2t by 1 minus cos 2t. 1 minus cos 2t. This is an interesting question. Now you can rewrite sine 2t as 2 sine t cos t. And you can write 1 minus cos 2t as 2 sine squared t. So 1, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Sine t and sine t will get cancelled. So that will give you integration of cos t by sine t, which is nothing but cot t. Now this reduces to cos t by sine t, which is nothing but cot t. Now cot can be written as cos theta by sine theta. All right, this can be written as cos t by sine t. Now here I can take sine t as u. So cos t dt will become d. So when you substitute here, you'll get it as du by u, which is nothing but log u, which is plus c, which is nothing but log of u as sine, right? Sine x plus c. So you can see that it is now going to be option. Actually, they have done in a different method. They have taken, 1 minus cos 2t. Oh, sorry, children. I did it in a different way. Okay. This can be for actually, okay. This can be taken as whenever it is given as simply cos t, then you can write it as, yeah, if the sum is now going to be sine 2t by 1 minus cos t dt, then this can be the answer. All right. You can follow this. But look into this. So you have to be very careful while doing these problems. So, but here you can see that it is given as sine 2t by 1 minus cos 2t. All right. So this is going to be very simple. Integration of sine 2t by 1 minus cos 2t dt. Here we can simply take cos 1 minus cos 2t as t. So when you differentiate on both sides, cos 2t, when you differentiate, you'll get minus sine 2t. So that will give you minus of, that will give you minus of minus 2 sine 2t. Minus of minus will become plus. So sine 2t dt is equal to, I'll take this u, right? So du. All right. So now this becomes integration of 2 sine t will now become, instead of that, if you substitute, that will become du by u. All right. Du by, which is nothing but log u plus c. All right. That will become log u plus c. Now substitute for u, that will give you log of u is nothing but, we took u as 1 minus cos 2. So 1 minus cos 2t plus. Now for this option, log of, so we need to, wait children, I did think I made a mistake. Yeah, 2t, right? So we need to, so 2 sine 2t. So you got it as, did I substitute? Oh, okay, I forgot this 2 here. Yeah, so when I take sine 2t dt will be just du by 2. All right. So I left 1 2 here. So it will become 1 by 2. 1 by 2 log u. So that will become 1 by 2 log of. So 1 by 2 log of 1 minus cos 2t plus c. See, 1 by 2 log of 1 minus cos 2t plus c. So C option is correct. See that? It is C option is correct. Now coming to the 39th problem, integration of cot 2u du. Integration of cot 2u du. Now I'll rewrite this as cos 2u by sine 2u du. So now let me take sine 2u as t. So when I differentiate, I'll get cos 2u, 2 cos 2u du is equal to dt, or cos 2u du is equal to dt by 2. All right. So we can write this as integration of, let us take the half outside, so that I'll get it as dt by t. On integration, this is now going to be half log of t plus c, or we took t as sine u. So this is now going to be equal to half log of sine 2u plus c. Let's see which option is correct. So you can see that it is nothing but half log sine 2u plus c. So B option is correct. Now coming to the 40th question, integration of e to the power of x divided by e to the power of x minus 1 dx. Same way as we did before, we can take e to the power of x minus 1 as t. When you differentiate, you'll get e to the power of x dx is equal to dt. So this is going to be pretty simple. So it is now going to be dt by t, which is equal to log t plus c. Okay. So when you substitute, that gives you log of, substitute back for t, you get it as e to the power of x minus 1 plus c. Let's see which option is correct. E to the power of, so it is now going to be log of e to the power of x minus 1. So option D is the correct answer. Yeah, option C is the correct answer. Yeah, I hope this is clear for you children. Try these problems. These type of MCQs can be done quickly. And only thing is you need to think which can be taken as a substitution. All these are based on substitution methods. So it is going to be pretty easy. Keep practicing all these type of problems and definitely you can score very good marks.